And here's an example of a game that got way too big for its britches. Even though it technically made money, even though technically the revenue was good, exactly how I predicted, it is going down, and it went down. Ubisoft ended up selling off a big portion of their company to China and have them operate through Tencent, and they moved all of their biggest IPs over to a different studio, literally just like I said they were going to do, and they were going to start firing prominent figures that were at Ubisoft. The only thing that I didn't predict was I thought they were going to lie about it, but apparently, like, they're straight up just like, here we are. This is what's going on.
The former Assassin's Creed franchise director, Mark Alexis Cote, I don't know what the fuck, how do you say something like that? Revealed that his departure was not his choice. He said, "I did not walk away. I stayed at my post until Ubisoft asked me to step aside."
Yeah, I didn't think this was how this was going to go down. I thought that they were going to stay silent and they were going to push that, like, oh, he resigned, because that's usually how corporations go. But I think it's getting real bad over there at Ubisoft, man.
And so you've got this guy making a post out on LinkedIn. Here it is. We're going to read it. And past 24 hours have been deeply emotional. Reading all your public and private messages, archiving all of them. Ubisoft decided to transfer leadership of the Assassin's Creed franchise to someone closer to its new organizational structure.
We said that there was going to be a reorganization. They were going to restructure everything. Here we are. Right about everything once again. And it's not even really that we're right about everything. It's a pattern. It's pattern recognition. We can see where this goes.
So let me go ahead and do a little bit of translation for that. They sent this motherfucker to China. They sent this bitch to the Chinese. Thank God. I used to pray for times like this.
And it's going to get worse. We said it was going to happen, and we also keep saying it's going to get worse. It keeps getting worse. I think more and more games are going to be coming out of China because China sees a market that is being destroyed, and they're like, hey, you know how we can easily be the top dogs of this market? By making games that are good, that people want, and not antagonizing the fans and cutting the fans off and saying, well, you weren't real fans to begin with. Oh, we're trying to get new fans. We're trying to garner a new audience, the modern audience. Because all of y'all are behind the times. You know who is the main demographic for gaming? It's 40-year-old men with jobs. Just normal, straight, white males most of the time. Black males, too. But, like, black dudes, they love their games.
Holy shit. Finally,
And black people, they love their anime. So, anime games, of course. And white people like anime too, but I think black dudes like anime more than white dudes.
Might be good again. Thank God. Tencent? Yeah. Well, Ubisoft had such a... They've had such a... They've been floundering for so long, they had to make a new shell company to move all of their IPs to in order to get Tencent to buy a huge percentage of that so they can make new games. So basically, it's like Ubisoft. You ever seen like a bug, how it gets out of its exoskeleton and gets in a new one? You ever seen like one of those cicada things that's just like sitting on like a wall or something like that?
Or it's like a crab getting a new shell.
It's like, damn, that used to be a bug, but it got out of the shell. That is Ubisoft. Ubisoft isn't the bug, it's the shell. Ubisoft went, and now that bug is in China. That bug is in China. And so what happened is that Ubisoft,
they just went to China.
Had basically such a massive flop that
Ubisoft goes to China, EA goes to Saudi Arabia. What's next? Is Activision gonna go to like Israel or something? I could see it.
This is like a...
Mark my words! Activision's going to Israel.
It was like a flounder stampede. It was bad. Like they had Assassin's Creed Outlaw. Or sorry, no, I got them confused. That could, somehow, I can't even imagine what game that would be. Star Wars Outlaw, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Before that, you had Prince of Persia Sands of Time that was overpriced. Nobody bought the game. You had to shut down the studio. And I think before that, you had one more flop that I can't even think of. So you had all of these Skull and Bones. That's the other one. I forgot. That's the big.
That was the biggest one, man. I think they spent like $400 million on that game, and it just absolutely failed.
One. So 3 strikes, you're out. Ubisoft had 4. Uh-oh. That's a foul. And so guess what? Now they've got...
That's a technical foul.
Got a new game. They've got a new company, and they're making new games with the Chinese because the Chinese are buying them out. Now the Chinese have partial ownership of the IPs, and that's it. But I also owe it to my teams, past and present, to say this plainly. I did not walk away. I stayed at my post until Ubisoft asked me to step aside. You want to know why they asked you to step aside? Is because you couldn't do your fucking job.
Yep.
You were shitty at your job.
Yep. And obsessed with identity politics.
You made trash.
You basically had an agenda, and then you built your games around that. That's what was going on here. And that's what's been happening in the entire gaming industry.
The games that you made sucked. They were bad. You got fired because you were bad at your job.
By the way, Xbox apparently has been doing really bad and at the same time really good. If you watch my last video about Xbox, you would see that. But like, man, Xbox also has to make a change because they've had L after L after L after L, and they keep making more and more and more money, and they keep spending more and more and more money, and they keep spending this money and canceling the things that they were doing with that money, so they're not even making the money on those things, and they're still simultaneously making the most money that they've ever made. And it's just like, dude, all of these other companies were doing the same thing. And this company, Xbox, they've got consoles. They've got actual systems going. They better make a change because Fable ain't looking good. I'm pretty sure they silently canceled that game. Outer Worlds 2, but anyway, that's not talking about Xbox. It's just giving an example of another company that's doing this, that's bigger, that's going to flop even harder if they don't make a change. And they're definitely making changes and restructuring. It might be too little too late. They're definitely going to have more layoffs starting in 2026, probably thousands of people.
Called natural selection. And today you got picked. You want to cry about it? You're going to bitch about it? Well, all I'm going to do is sit here and laugh and say, thank fucking God, one more obnoxious, self-righteous, annoying Western game developer is sent back to where you really belong. McDonald's.
Put
Welcome
fries
home.
in a
I will not
bag.
stop until every single one of these people are at McDonald's. We're going to send every single one of them back.
Yep. And the Shame Awards. Let's go.
It's going to be beautiful. And everybody, even the people that hate me, will look back and they will say thank you that you did this. We tried to go against you. We thought that you were wrong. But we have now seen the light.
Yeah, dude, we're gaining power. We are becoming more powerful, especially Asmongold, man. He is so powerful right now. Eventually, they're going to be like, well, we couldn't beat him. We couldn't beat him. We better join him.
And while we might not agree with all of your viewpoints, the games are better, and we are happy. And at that point, I will say thank you. And I'll wait for it to happen again. And then I'll do it then. This is the Shame Award. That's right. I will then my work will be over. But until then, the work continues.
Yep.
They do.
Yep,
And
we're still going to be farming these fucking assholes.
And it will. You remember birthdays at McDonald's? No, we never had those. We usually went to Chuck E. Cheese for that. You should.
Yeah, I went to Pizza Hut, and they shut down.
Stick to gaming content. This is gaming content. This is gaming content. This is, you see this, they made a video game. Actually, that's not true. It was a political messaging device. And that's the problem. I'm
disguised as a video game.
trying to stick to gaming content. They didn't want to stick to gaming content. They wanted to start politics. They wanted to put politics in the game. Well, now you're not even in the company. They encroached upon our sacred space. Yeah, I never wanted to do any of this. I never wanted to be involved in any of this. Like, I honestly, like, I could have sat in my room and played video games my whole life, and I would have never been involved. But then they had to go and add a girl into my fucking game. And you think that I'm not going to burn the whole motherfucking place down? Metaphorically?
Right.
No, bitch. Nope. That's what's going to happen. You should not have done that. You should not have replaced my main character with a girl that did not even have big-ass titties. You should have never even thought about that.
Replace the main character with a girl who is ugly and looks like a man. That's not what we wanted. No, we just wanted a man or a girl with big tits.
And you did. And this is what you get. Did you read why he was fired? He's not going to say why. He's not going to say the real reason why. He's not going to go and be like, I got fired for this one thing. Because there's probably 10 different things. The reality is. And that's it. You get what you fucking deserve. That's right. And so, yeah, absolutely. And so, like, that's really...
yeah, somebody in his chat said, we just wanted games to help us escape reality, but then they put their own reality in the games. Yeah, it's literally what happened. We wanted to escape reality when they put politics in it to try and bring us back to reality so we'll think about things that are going on in the world. That's why we play video games, so we don't have to think about those things.
Did you say a Sam of Witcher 4? Well, no, because Witcher 4, because CD Projekt Red has earned my trust. I played Witcher 3 now. I think it's a tremendous, incredible game. I think Cyberpunk is an achievement that transcends Witcher 3 on multiple levels. I think that their commitment to improving the game and making it better indicates that they have a dedication to the...
Oh, yeah, but that Witcher show, though. That Witcher show. And also the people that are working at... I even forgot the company. CD Projekt Red, there, he said it already.
Quality of their craft. I think that that was also brought to a precipice with the DLC that was also amazing, that I hear from everybody. I have not played it yet, but I hear...
That was like over a decade ago that Witcher 3 came out, and also Cyberpunk was a bloody fucking mess, and they had to fix that game. And by the way, it was also... it was woke slop, too, in a lot of places. And there's a bunch of places where it could have obviously been better. But one of my favorite games of all time. So I don't know about that one. I just can't go back and play the Witcher games because I'm soured on it. I haven't played Witcher 3. I've played Witcher 1 and 2, and I've read some of the books.
From everybody that it was amazing. And so CD Projekt Red, I do not have that energy for. And also Serious Hot.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason it's not the same thing. So we sent another one back to McDonald's. But did they own the chuds? That's what's important here.
I'm not going to buy Witcher 4, but I'm also probably not going to talk about it. So, like, unless it's worth talking about. If they completely destroy Witcher with Witcher 4, seems like so far they're not. They just changed the main character for some reason. That was kind of a weird move. Literally just so they can have a woman main character. I don't get that. But if it's good, you know? If there's no identity politics in it, it's good. If it's a good game, it's a good game. I hope they don't Dragon Age the Veilguard it, though.
I want to let you guys know that every time, welcome back. See, now it's becoming more popular. Now they know what's happening. They're waiting for it, and they know what's going to come. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Every time that it happens is more content for me. I am a vampire.
Yep, same. I do this because of Asmongold. Actually, that's not why I started making content. I don't think I watched Asmongold until after I started my channel. There was a million reasons I wanted to make gaming content. Actually, when I originally started, I was doing music reactions. I wasn't even doing any of this kind of content.
And that's just the way it is.
Like, I was doing music reactions, and I was reacting to, like, cool videos, like science videos, and I was reacting to psychology and things like that, and it just kind of moved into this, and I don't know when it happened, it just slowly morphed into this, but I enjoy making this kind of content a lot more.
That's the way it is. Bro, we gonna play a woke Far Cry 7? Yeah. And they gonna get mad and say, and all these people like to say that I am to allow the National Guard to be deployed to Chicago. We know they want to prove it. He can do other stuff, right? I think he tries to go with it with one perspective. He needs to do multiple other things too. You might be celebrating prematurely. The person in charge of the company is the new French CEO's son. Yeah, the Guillermo's son. I know that, but read into what the new company is, and they had to transfer it to him for legal reasons so they could maintain control. But they did do I mean, like, I don't want to say made a Faustian pact deal with the devil, right? Because I don't think China is that, but like that's basically what they did. They had to make a pact with them and get bailed.
Yeah, they made the pact with the place that they see as the devil.
Fuck out, because Tencent, at the end of the day, you might not like the way that China's politics are. You might not like the way that China does its government, or you.
But I fucking hate China's government. I fucking hate the way they do their politics. But you know, I'm weighing them against all the gay shit, you know, and all the political shit, all the like terrorist propaganda and all that, and it's just like China in this hand, gay shit in this hand. I'd much rather have China.
You might not like X, Y, or Z thing, the censorship, etc. But Tencent is such a big company. They do not give a fuck about any of that other than making money. They will adhere to the obligations that the government puts on them, but for the most part, they have their hand in so many cookie jars. They cannot even afford to invest energy into micromanaging the story of every single game.
Right? And another thing, like, they do change the way Tencent does things in China. But for the rest of the world, they kind of don't give a fuck unless it's like really against the Chinese government. Like, they're not going to put free Hong Kong or anything in any of their games.
That's the truth. They can't even do that. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't do that. So yeah. And they know what gamers want. Yeah, exactly. Boats and hoes. That's all it is. And so I did see this again, and yeah, I didn't walk away, and I'll go back. I'll look at a few more of the posts about this, but yeah, I want to say that this is another W. This is a huge W for gamers. Everybody's posting the same thing now. Hopefully DEI is dead and common sense prevails. It isn't dead. It is not dead.
It's going to get worse, actually. We're backing them into a corner. They've been backed into a corner, and now they're trying to claw at you to get out of the corner because they went back into the space. So it's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse, and they're going to get into a lot of games that you didn't think that they were going to be involved in.
But it is, you got to, at this point, it's about stomping out the roaches that remain.
Yep.
Metaphorically. And that's what we do. And this was a big roach. It was a big roach. Yeah, it lost massive amounts of HP. Yeah, it's at 10% HP. And yeah, I stayed at my post. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, exactly. The digital host, it told you Shadows was doing great, 5 million players. The thing is that everybody that said that, see, you know who you should listen to? Me.
Yeah, they're listening to places like IGN, GameSpot, PC Gamer, and they're like, all these articles that's been around for 40 years, 50 years are saying the opposite of what you're saying. So what they're saying must be true, and what you're saying is false because you're trying to create a reality that doesn't exist. No, we're being fucking real, dude. We see these patterns, and we're like, this is not going good, guys. And everybody's like, no, you're lying. And we're like, all we're doing is talking about it. We're not trying to shit on you. We're not trying to really shit on the games. We're just saying, hey, this isn't good. I can see where this is going, and I see why it's happening. And all of you freaks are either retarded or you know what's going to happen too, and you don't care. And you're trying to destroy culture. And like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. All of the glazers constantly. And I get people down there in the comments who like the games that I talk about being shit. And I'm like, that's cool. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the company and the games that they're making. Like, I like a lot of 6 out of 10s. I like a lot of 5 out of 10 games. I like some trash games, some bullshit, garbage games. So that's like a completely non-issue with the way I review games or the way games are reviewed. There can be some 9 out of 10 games where I'm just like, I don't like that. I'm not going to play it. And people will be like, well, you're just a fucking retard. And I'm like, oh, okay, I already knew that. But I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just saying how it is and what I'm seeing in front of my eyes. Don't believe your lying eyes. Donate to the Fables Folly Farm.